Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and I originally filmed one video and then I saw a thing and I was like, well, I'm already here, let me film another one. I don't know how long this will be because I'm very buzzed. But anyway, I was filming my Goodreads video and I saw the banner at the top. It said, Decades Best, discover 10 years of readers' favorite books. And I was like, So I just want to go through really quick and see what's here. So Goodreads members, 76 most popular books of the past decade. Yikes, let's see. I already see some interesting things in the photo. Ooh, excuse me. All right. And it'll be interesting to see how many I read. Let me keep a tally. So out of 76, let's see how many I've read. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. All right. Now, when this came out, I mean, I swear to God, everybody on Bookstagram was like, I cried. It's the greatest thing I've ever read. I didn't feel that way. I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I definitely was not like, oh my God, this is my favorite book ever. But I still understand it being here on this list. The Girl on the Train, overhyped. It was all right. Where the Crawdads Sing, again, overhyped. It was all right. And then I read that before I knew more about the author, of course. But still, I enjoyed it when I read it, but it still was not like, I mean, everybody and their mama was reading that book. It's always interesting what books transcend into just like the general populace that they rave about. Interesting. All the Light We Cannot See. I had this on my shelf for years and never read it. And now there's an adaptation. I think I'll just go watch that instead. But it is very popular, so I understand why it's here. Matt Haig, The Midnight Library. So I read this. And I loved it at the time, but I have now seen so many people talk about it and I'm like, dang, do I need to go back and like, I don't know if I want to reread it though. I'm like, maybe I'll just hold the memories I have dear to my heart and just keep it like that. But I do understand why that's there. Ugly Love, I DNF'd that one. But it's Colleen Hoover, so always surprised, but I DNF'd that. Did I get to count that on my list? I'm counting it. Educated, I refuse to read it. I know it's a very popular memoir. I don't care. I don't want to read it. No. Daisy Six and the Jones. What? Daisy Jones and the Six. I know why that's there. Everyone loves Taylor Jenkins Reid. It is not my cup of tea. So I didn't read it, but I get it. Sally Rooney, Normal People. I feel like this was fucking everywhere when it came out. Again, I didn't read it. Was it this one? I tried to read one Sally Rooney and there were not fucking quotation marks for when people were speaking and I was like, I'm going to lose it. So I didn't read it. The Nightingale. Everybody and their mama loved The Nightingale, including me. Okay, I was over there sobbing. Yes, it's a World War II historical fiction, basic bitch shit, but I loved it. I think I've only read 2 books by Kristen Hanna, but I love them both. So call me a basic bitch. I don't care. So not surprised it's there. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I remember seeing this everywhere. I think I owned it at one point, never read it, got rid of it, but in the top 76. Becoming by Michelle Obama, not surprised that's here. I haven't read it. I don't know if I will, but I'm not surprised that it's in this list. Malibu Rising. Jesus Christ. Is this just going to be all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books in the last 10 years? Probably. Didn't read that one. Don't really care to. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. That is funny to be here. I found this one I do not know. I did not like it. I did not like it. Did I do my tally? Did I get Kristen? Wait. Hold on. I gotta go back up and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Eleanor. Atomic Habits. I see this book everywhere and I refuse to read it because you're not gonna tell me about myself. You're not going to tell me I need to wake up at 5 a.m. and make my bed every day to become a millionaire. Fuck off. No thanks. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Yeah, no one cares. Tattooist of Auschwitz. I have heard a lot about this. It's very interesting though to be in the top. A Little Life. Hanya Yanagihara needs to be brought up for her crimes against humanity. I refuse to read it. Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. Never wanted to read it. I started the show, never finished it. May go back to the show one day. But I feel like that's why that's up here, because of the show. Lessons in Chemistry. That's shocking to me. Interesting. No. The Vanishing Half, not surprised. Actually, I'm kind of surprised it's up here. I liked it, but I wouldn't put it in the top 76 of the last decade. Like I wouldn't think that, but I'm glad it's there. Not shocked to see tomorrow, because I see it everywhere. I see the book everywhere, and the cover, for some reason, I hear about it, I see it, I'm like, oh, I want to read it. But then I don't think I would love it. But I'm not shocked it's there. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad my mom died. Not shocked. Great memoir. Hard to read though. Like, she went through a lot, but yeah. Whew! The Great Alone had me sobbing. Sobbing. And I know a lot of people also enjoyed that one, so I'm not surprised. The Spanish Love Deception, I guess. When Breath Becomes Air, I feel like I own this one. Or if the author has another one, I have the other one. But I feel like I've heard about this a lot, so that would make sense. I'm shocked to see Frederick Bachman, Anxious People on here, because that's a newer one. And I don't feel like I heard near as much praise for this as I did for like Beartown or A Man Called Uva or Uve or whatever. So interesting that's here. Not surprised about Trevor Noah, Born a Crime, because I still need to read that one. Not surprised about A Gentleman in Moscow. I need to read that. The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Not surprised. I still haven't read it though. Little Fires Everywhere. Again, I think this one is here because of the show, which I still haven't watched. Before We Were Yours. Just another World War II historical fiction, I think. So interesting that it's in the top 76. Everything I Never Told You. I don't know if I know much about that one. Such a Fun Age. 2020. That was a time. That was a time. So I'm not shocked. American Dirt. Let's be real. Pachinko. Heard great things about this one, and I haven't. I need to read it, so not shocked. Sally Another Sally Rooney. Not surprised. Station 11 DNF'd it. But I know a lot of people loved it. I also didn't finish the show. I'm really shocked. What is The Husband's Secret by Leanne Moriarty? I've never heard of this one. Who's calculating this list? Because I don't know if all of these should be on here. Andy Weir, Hail Mary. Not surprised it's on here, even though it sucked. Heartstopper, not shocked. Taylor Jenkins Reid again. Okay. The Alice Network, another World War. Is that a World War II? I don't know. Dark Matter. I read that one. I loved it at the time. Would I love it as much now? I don't know. Red Rising, not shocked. Colson Whitehead, Underground Railroad, not shocked. Heard a lot about that one. Crying in H Mart, still something I do want to read. Untamed by Glennon Doyle, not surprised. Spare Us. Okay, Beartown is on here. At least. I DNF'd Beartown, but I feel like I still heard way more about Beartown and people enjoying that than Anxious People. So just very interesting, this list. Conversation with Friends, another Sally Rooney. Like, I'm just like, are you sure these are, the top 76, like, what are we going by? Are we going by the amount of ratings? Like, what are they, On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. I've heard it's amazing, haven't read it. Crazy Rich Asians, haven't read it. Interesting. Jojo Moyes. I don't know. I'm very shocked here. And this Remarkably Bright Creatures, haven't heard of it. Lost Apothecary is up here. The Lost Apothecary is up here. Before the Coffee Gets Cold? Okay, maybe, but The Lost Apothecary is up here. Not surprised at Maggie Atwood in The Testaments. My Year of Rest and Relaxation. This is one of my ones that I'm going to read soon in my Sad Girl Lit Fic journey. But I've heard a lot about that one, so I'm not surprised. Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. Why is that here? Malcolm can kick rocks. I want to know, maybe I need to go back up to the top and see how they came up with this, because this does not seem correct to me. Orphan Train, Americana, that makes sense. The Dutch House. I don't know. Homegoing by Yaga. That one makes sense. Okay. An American Marriage. I feel like I saw a lot of that. Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I know that's right. I know that's right. And Clara and the Sun. And so when you say the last decade of favorite books, that's where I'm losing. Like, I don't remember this being people's favorites. I don't think I've ever heard of them. Maybe you should talk to someone. I read My Dark Vanessa. Great book, but dark book, you know? Not surprised. Barama is there. Interesting. Jody. Okay. Sea of Tranquility and another Emily. Like, I'm not believing that these are the absolute favorite of the last decade. I'm not believing it. Demon Copperhead, I've seen a lot, but like, that just came out. Spare, is it really a favorite of the last decade, or did just a lot of us read it? Girl, Woman, Other, okay. Cloud Cuckoo Land, which the cover just makes me want to read it. I don't know. Killers of the Flower Moon, I believe that. But like, let's go back. Were there comments? Yeah, whatever. Let's see what they said. Okay, while digging through the stacks here at Goodreads World Headquarters, where is that? And are you digging through physical stacks? Is this the one lone Goodreads employee, digging through the digital stacks? Anyway, a random question occurred to the editorial team. There's a team? There's a Goodreads team? Is it one person? What are the most popular books of the past decade? Well, we looked into it. The books collected below represent the most popular books on Goodreads in the past 10 years, dialing back to 2013. Bonus trivia, that's the year that selfie and twerk were added to the official Oxford Dictionary. The books here are ranked in order of overall popularity, as determined by which titles Goodreads members have marked as read, currently reading, or want to read. You'll find several familiar names in this collection, those authors of one or more big books that broke through to mainstream popular culture. Blah, 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 blah. Also on tap, some of the past decade's biggest books in science fiction, queer romance, historical fiction, magical realism, and surprisingly good advice. So it's interesting that they said the most popular books on Goodreads in the last 10 years, going by read, want to read, and currently reading. I'm very surprised there is no Sarah J. Maas. I'm also surprised that Ugly Love is the Colleen Hoover that's here and not whatever that book is that everybody gets mad about. I can't think of what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm very surprised that's here. That's not here and Ugly Love is. That there's no Sarah J. Maas here, because that's definitely one of the more popular ones. There's no Brandon Sanderson. Like, these people, and not just like recognition, like they have the numbers on Goodreads, like wild amount of numbers. And for something like Demon Copperhead to be on there that just came out, I think this year, maybe last year. Let's click on it. Is weird, and not have Fourth Wing. Okay, this came out in 2022, so maybe none of these are published this year. Were any of these published this year? Maybe it stopped at 2022, but it said the last 10 years going back to 2013. So wouldn't 2023 be in there? But I don't think any of these are 2023 releases. So that's just interesting. Okay, this does have over 1 million ratings. That's wild. And that one has almost 1 million. And Ugly Love has over 1 million. Okay, maybe it does have more than, that's really interesting. 2 million. Oh my God. But I still just find it weird that Sarah J. Maas isn't here. Like, not like I'm like, oh, we need Sarah. It's just interesting to me. Like this one, oh, 589. I guess it's a lot. Yeah. I guess they all are pretty high up there. Looking like they're on the 500,000 and more. What? That one's almost 500,000. I don't know. Some make sense to me and some don't. Like this one doesn't make sense to me. I've never heard of it, but who am I, you know? I can't know everything. Ugh, I know everyone read that one. So it's just that's very interesting. What do you think of these? Like, do you think this is representative of what books you have heard about? People talking about over the last 10 years, a lot of them make sense. Like, why is Malcolm Gladwell here for 277,000? Like, get out of here. No one wants your bullshit, okay? No one wants that. And so some of these, and obviously they're going in rankings, so they're going lower, but I'm still confused how these are here and then you don't have popular. Even like, I'm surprised Cassandra Clare isn't there. I'm surprised Sarah J. Maas isn't there. Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, I don't know. Again, the Goodreads editorial team is one person. Let's be real. So out of that entire list, I've read 19. Very interesting. Well, you know, some of my DNFs, but still. Interesting. I lost my pin cap. I don't know. This list, I would have curated it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But that was just me and my tipsy looking at this list. So if you have any thoughts, share them down below. Stay moisturized, hydrated, and sunscreen. Free Palestine. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.